This is where we'll be staying for the next few days. We're here until Sunday and it is Thursday. It does have a washing machine, which I'm doing laundry now. And that's been convenient since we'll be in Japan for a total of 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little disappointed. It's kind of like dirty because the bathroom, I'll show you. The bathroom is not the greatest. Like, it's cute, I suppose. There's a little shower, a tiny bath, and there's some random people's hair on the wall. Yeah. And then the toilet is in here, and it is a heated toilet seat, so that's pretty clutch. But yeah, the reviews for this place were really good. It said it's really clean and comfortable and spacious. I don't know. You know, there's holes in the mats. And I don't know, maybe this is normal. I don't know. The walls are kind of dirty. It just feels kind of like not clean. There's just like stains on the floor. Yeah, like, would I stay here again? I've only been here for like an hour and a half. No, I would not. But my plan is to like not be here at all anyway. We're gonna try to go out and explore as much as we can. And the plus side of this place is they have bike rentals, so we can just bike around if we want to. But I'm gonna freshen up and I think we're gonna go try to get food.
Educational program.
Good morning. So after further consideration, we realized this place did not look like it had been cleaned prior to us coming. There's like hair in the beds, there was hair in the fridge. There's just hair everywhere, like human hair. And there's also just a lot of stains and it smells a little funky. So we're gonna move to a hotel. But we did sleep here last night and the owners were really accommodating. They're going to refund us for the rest of the time that we're going to a hotel. So that's really nice. The customer service here is really good. And yeah, it's no hard feelings. It's just kind of a little dirty and we didn't really feel like super clean being here. Yeah, we're gonna get our stuff together and then we're gonna take our luggage to the hotel, leave it there for the day, and then go on a little day trip. Today we decided to take a day trip to Nara, which Nara itself is just beautiful. But of course we had to go to Nara Park, which is known for the wild deer that roam around there. Apparently the deer have inhabited this area for about 1,300 years. They're considered sacred and have been protected for all these years. It honestly just felt so magical being here. I felt like I was in a Disney movie or something. And this one looks like it just realized it's not supposed to be up there and it just slowly backs away. Then we saw this ginormous wasp. Ew. We continued to walk around the park, and the architecture is just so beautiful. And then we came across this feisty deer who was just targeting people to headbutt. It was a beautiful fall day. It was probably the nicest day we've had being in Japan so far. And after hanging out with the deer, we decided to check out some of the temples in the area. This is so cool. One being Todaiji Temple. This one was massive. And to match that energy, it had a massive Buddha statue on the inside, along with some other statues. I felt like I was in a museum. Already like them. Then we went to this little Japanese garden, and all of the fall colors were just so beautiful. After walking around and spending time in nature, we decided to grab some food and head back to Kyoto. But first, Austin decided to scare me.
I need something from you.
Stop! Alright, we just got back from Nara, playing with the deer, and now we just checked into our hotel, which they gave us slippers that I'm already taking advantage of. We each get some pajamas. It's not as spacious as our first hotel room, but it's a lot cleaner than where we just were.
Right.
We have a little view, and best of all, there's a ginormous bathtub in here. I think I did a good job picking out the second place. The first place, I didn't know. I wanted to stay in a little house and be more traditional, but it just was not clean. It was hairy. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try a public bath. I'm nervous. I walked in, there was like 15 to 20 girls in there. It was crowded, it was overwhelming. There was no like instructions on like what to do. There's like lockers, like you can't wear your shoes. And I was wearing my slippers because technically they're not shoes, but I guess you're not supposed to wear these either. I got anxious and I left. I just felt so uncomfortable, and everyone else was like, la la la, like I've done this 20 billion times before. And I was just like, what do I, okay. And then I left. So that being said, I'm gonna take a shower. And do a face mask and then go to bed. I started my morning with a 7-Eleven breakfast, and something that's really cool is that they have ready-to-go smoothies. You just have to put it in the little smoothie maker and boom, you have a smoothie. I wanted a healthy breakfast because I knew I was going to be eating like shit for the rest of the day. We basically did a food tour at this place called Nishiki Market in Kyoto, where they had endless food options for decent pricing compared to America's pricing. Tastes like that. We decided to take a small break from eating and explore Kyoto a little bit. It was very calm, definitely a different vibe from Tokyo, although it still had its fair share of people. It was kind of a chilly day, so we decided to get some hot chocolate and pancakes. Not your average pancakes, but pancakes nonetheless. Later that night we went to something called the Yokai Festival. Now if you don't know what a yokai is, it's basically like a supernatural being or monster in Japanese folklore. So everything was yokai themed here, and I felt like I was walking through an anime. Then there were people advertising for something called a VTuber performance. And when we asked them what a VTuber was, they said it was just a Japanese YouTuber. But I guess it's just a virtual content creator where there's a person behind the avatar, but it's like faceless content creation. It was really interesting. So this girl was just singing, and I mean, she had a decent fan base, it seemed like, but we didn't stay for the whole performance, especially because she was just singing in Japanese. We didn't really understand her. We explored a little bit more of the yokai village. But then it was time for the yokai parade.
Wow.
And then after the parade, they did a little dance performance, which was interesting.
りの妖怪のそれでは早速ダンスの練習をしてみましょう
And then it was time to head back to the hotel, but first Austin decided to scare me again. Stop doing that. It's our final day in Kyoto, and it's time to head out. We're actually on our way to stay at a ryokan, which is a traditional Japanese inn, and I guess we'll see you there.